Good morning, boys and girls. So here are our new vocabulary words for this week. The first word we have is pale. If something is pale, it is very light in color. And the sentence says, Sam enjoyed looking at the pale yellow flowers. The question is, what is the opposite of pale? The opposite of pale is something that is very bright. Pale is also used to describe people when they don't feel good. We can say, she looks very pale. I need to send her to the nurse. Drops. There are drops of water on the plant. Drops are small bits. Where else have you seen drops of water? So there are drops of water on this plant, on this leaf. You see drops of rain when they fall from the sky. And you even see drops of water when you take a shower. Excite. The dancers will excite the audience. When someone excites someone else, they make them really happy. What can excite you when you go outside? When my kids were younger, they used to be excited when they saw mud. My kids could sniff mud from 2 yards away. They would be excited and go jump in it. I'm excited when I see the sun outside. Outdoors. Outdoors is outside in nature. And it says, we play soccer outdoors. Name something you can do outdoors that you cannot do inside. Well, outdoors, I could ride my bike. Outdoors, I can plant a garden. I can't plant a garden indoors. I don't have soil. And I can't ride my bike indoors. There's not enough space. I can do that stuff outdoors. Then we have some poetry words. Alliteration. I like to read a poem with alliteration because I like to say the same beginning sound in words. So for instance, an alliteration poem, if it was a poem that was about bears, and I said, big blue bears break bagels. That would be an example of alliteration. All of the words begin with the same sound. Repetition. Poets who repeat words or phrases in a poem use repetition. Here's a poem about outdoors with repetition. I love to go outdoors. I will plant a garden. I love to go outdoors. I like to see the sun. I love to go outdoors. I will ride my bike. I love to go outdoors. I'll sit on my porch. In that poem, I love to go outdoors was repeated in every line. Free verse. In free verse, the words do not need to rhyme. Which would you rather write? A free verse or a rhyming poem? So in free verse, it's just a poem about something that does not have to rhyme. For instance, bikes. Rolling tires on my driveway. I have a Schwinn. I would like a basket for my bike. Bikes let me explore the world. That is an example of free verse. It didn't rhyme. And the last one, simile. Bill was as fat as a cricket is an example of a simile because it uses the word as to compare two unlike things. So if I say, my bike is like a vehicle that lets me explore the world, I'm comparing my bike to a vehicle. If I say, Mason was as blue as a blueberry, I'm describing Mason and saying that both him and the blueberry are blue. Those are our vocab words this week. Pale, drops, excite, outdoors, alliteration, repetition, free verse, and simile. Now we've done simile several times in class using like and as. And I want you to remember for alliteration, look at how the word begins. Begins with all. Alliteration, all of the words sound the same. All of the words have the same beginning sound. Alliteration. And repetition. Do you remember from class? Pete and Repeat went on a boat. Pete fell off. Who was left? Repeat? Okay. Pete and Repeat were on a boat. Pete fell off. Who was left? Repeat? Okay. Do you remember that from class? That's repetition.